Good morning, everyone. Hopefully, everybody's fine this morning, this Sunday morning. March 13th already. It's going to be a lucky day today. And just want to present myself a little bit. I'm still available as the E-Chaplain. So, welcome to my universe. And uh, this morning, we continue the 40 nails that will help you nail it. But I want to remind you before we hammer that nail, I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that the E-Chaplain is here to help women and men to discover or rediscover dignity in their existence through simplicity towards wonder. So let's go right in to hammer on the nail of forgiveness. Nail number 12 today. Yeah, I thought faithfulness was loaded yesterday, or you might have thought that. But today, forgiveness is a much more loaded question than other words, I believe. Is it easy for you to forgive yourself or others and or others? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But let's focus right now just for a few seconds uh, on the life of Jesus, because this little project uh is the themes, everyday themes, is focusing on qualities that Jesus has or had in his life and still has, I believe. So he was certainly able to forgive, because remember the story when he was on the cross and he says, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. Wow. I don't know if I could do that. Can you imagine? All the people who want to kill you, and you're on the cross and you say, yeah, you know what, Father? Forgive them. It's okay. They don't know what they're doing anyways, so it's okay. I can tell you in my personal life that I've lived an experience with the fact that while I was working as a chaplain in a prison setting, federal prison, I uh, I received death threats from an inmate, and today, then several months later or several weeks later, my heart and my mind forgave him. Forgave the other incidents I could have lived when I've worked in a federal prison setting. However, years later, my body started to send me signals, and my nervous system and my body kept the score, and it was really difficult. But I had to train myself and train my body that it's okay to be going through certain things, certain situations. It is okay for me to forgive that person and forgive myself. I can also tell you that sometimes, I don't know for you, I don't know if you're a person who keeps grudges or has the capacity to forgive. But I can guarantee you, once you decide to forgive, you will live more freely. It's a no brainer. It's a no brainer. So I remember, tell a little story of mine. When my daughter Lidiane was around 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, I was working for a church, diocese, and I had a lot of meetings because of working volunteers, and I had a lot of meetings at night. And one time I just arrived from work, grab myself supper, and leave right back. And I was leaving, the door of the house opened, and my daughter came out. And this was wintertime. It was bitter cold uh, outside. And She asked me, Papa, where are you going? I said, I'm going to a meeting again. Oh, can I have a meeting with you too? And that really floored me with her little uh, childlike child hand because I said, "Oh wow, that time I didn't spend with my children will never come back, never ever come back." And was I able to forgive myself? Yes, but especially when it comes to family, you can forgive yourself, but then I believe once you're forgiven yourself, you have to take, we or I had to take measures in order not to fall into that trap again and work more than spend time with the family. What about forgiving others? Are you like that guy who was crucified and said, "Hey, forgive them"? Maybe you are, maybe you don't, you're not. But I can guarantee you that once you experience that forgiveness to yourself and to others, you will live a lot more freely, as I mentioned before this live or replay for those who will listen to this in a replay. So, the effects of forgiveness are so powerful, so grandiose. If we really put ourselves there and experience that for true forgiveness, you might say, "Well, Silvio, I forgive, but I don't forget." Okay, yeah, and your body might not forget, but we must, in a certain way, it doesn't, forgiveness doesn't excuse the behavior of the other person, but it does help us overcome it. We don't know why certain person acts or reacts a certain way. It doesn't excuse a certain behavior. For instance, that guy who wanted to kill me in prison, I'm sure he had his reasons why he was ticked off. He was mad at me. So he had his reasons. And I, as a human being, as a chaplain at that time in the prison setting, I had to put myself into his shoes. Okay, what did this guy do? What did this guy say to tick me off to the point that I want to kill him? And that's what I had to do. As I had to put myself in his shoes, and that helped me uh, comprehend why he had a certain grudge, and he was able to surpass that until the next death threat. And you're gonna tell me, well, geez, what'd you do to that guy, Silvio? It was simple things, just uh, sometimes just rattling the cage, and I legally am bound to not divulge any situations, but I did not do anything to harm the person or abuse the person, but that person that day was just having a very bad day. And in everyday life, whether you're in business, you're at home, you're in your community, you might be a volunteer somewhere for an organization, you will encounter difficult things, difficult behavior, difficult situations, and the other person is doesn't necessarily want to harm you, but sometimes the intent is not that, but the impact does happen, and uh, it harms you. It en français we'll say ça te blesse. So yeah, it hurts you. It hurts you. Yes, this guy is older of a day today, so bear with me. Uh, so again, I want to tell you that forgiveness is possible, but we have to give ourselves tools to. In another live someday, I will go into the tools of how we can forgive ourselves and how we can forgive others. So I want to tell you that thank you very much for the forgiveness you will show to yourself and to others today. Have a good day, everyone. It was a longer one today, but I felt the need to share a little bit more about forgiveness. And hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye bye.